Hello and welcome to Modern Toy Fair News, the weekly show that talks about toys. I am your host, Mr. Modern Toy Fair, and I am joined by the one, the only, the Neca Illuminati founder, the YouTube wife, Mrs. Modern Toy Fair, Jamar_Games. How are you this week, Jamar?
I'm doing amazing. My name's long and my mood is high. It's what I want to say. In other words, I'm doing good, and thanks for the new nicknames.
I'm glad that you like them. Your titles, as the show progresses, we're just going to end up having a paragraph of your titles, like full on Khaleesi, the breaker of channels. No,
it's gonna be as long as Hasbro's news segment was last week.
It really will be. I'm not gonna lie, I've been contemplating that we need a separate video every week of just the Neca Illuminati for you to go off on tangents of the latest crazy conspiracy theories for the Neca turtle fans.
That sounds like a fun time, actually.
It does. I'm genuinely considering it. But this is Modern Toy Fair News, so if you are new to the show, the way it works is we break down the weekly toy news that we've deemed worthy of the next hour of your life, tell you about our weekly purchases, and send you on our way. So we're going to get started the same way we do every week, and that is with Mcfarlane Toys. Once again, not much on the menu, but we did get official images of the DC Multiverse Gorilla Grodd Platinum Edition with the silver armor. No dates or pre-orders or anything yet, but it is rumored to be a regular release and be released kind of like the bronze Joker and Deathstroke and Batman figures that came out a little while ago, so keep an eye out for that. We also got some Spawn pre-orders hitting GameStop. First, with a tweet from @the_Starkiller showing a receipt from GameStop Canada for pre-orders of the Clown, the Violator, and Redeemer. And then other Twitter users confirming that the Gunslinger Spawn has been pre-orderable at GameStop in the States, which I feel like we covered at one point, but I could be wrong. Mm-hmm. So not a whole lot here. We've got the leak of Grodd via Amazon shipping the wrong one to someone in Mexico a few weeks back. Right. We kind of knew these were coming, but we hadn't really gotten any pre-orders yet or even pictures for the Spawn figures. So it is kind of exciting to at least see that ball rolling. Well, usually once there's listings somewhere, whether it's overseas or something, that means that we'll probably get some pictures here soon. But at this point, I feel like Todd is just sitting there like Goku, powering up every week. Just 82 episodes of him just sitting there, waiting to have a big old release of a bunch of pictures and stuff here soon.
Yeah, I'm still interested in the Gunslinger one. So, if we can get something official, that'd be great. But yeah, I kind of can't wait to see these actually be official, It's been a long build-up, I feel like.
It has. Man, we talk about a lot of companies giving people blue balls. Todd is just the master at this point. He's the biggest tease.
It's not blue balls. It's just a really long tease. You know it's going to pay off. It's just constantly...
But do you, though? But do you?
That is true.
Because it's not like Super Sevens teases where they post it officially on their Instagram. It's just we see shit in the background of other shit he's doing. So it's not even, it's half intentional tease, half oops, did I do that?
In some cultures, that's hot.
Good for Todd being the biggest dick tease in the industry.
No, it really is though. Obviously it will be exciting to see. And is it just I feel like Mcfarlane is the ones that have the most leaks out of all of the toy lines.
Yeah, I think the problem
unless we just cover it more. But because of the channels and stuff that they all connect to, who they're shipping through Walmart, Amazon, everybody basically. There's so many leaks for them.
There are very few leaks that I won't talk about. The only ones I usually avoid are, which we'll actually get to one later in the show, during the Tamashii Nation stuff, are ones that are don't have any solid evidence behind them. If there's if there's something there's legitimate listings from overseas, for pre-orders in Europe or something, okay, well that clearly is a leak. But if it's just someone saying, oh man, I heard this is and this is coming in this, and then it's I'm not gonna waste my time because the show's already long enough, let alone to
Right.
deep dive into every rumor and innuendo in the toy world. So I try to be as safe as possible with that kind of stuff, but for the most part, we do talk about a lot
Like all
of
of them.
the leaks and stuff. So it is 100% that
Like
McFarlane just
McFarlane.
has a lot.
Yeah. They're like, I don't know, they're like, for a comparison, like in gaming world, they're like Ubisoft. It's always ahead of time. Like we know everything before they even announce it. And it's like, oh cool, thanks for officially showing us this. Cool.
Honestly, the only company that's worse is Hasbro because be planning. They'll be like 2 or 3 days before their big like fan
Mm.
fest or something. Almost everything will leak. All the pictures, everything. Usually they aren't going to be high quality pictures like what you'll see during the show, but pretty much
Yeah.
everything like gets leaked in some way, shape, or form, whether it's intentional or if it's just assholes being assholes who work there. Um, but they seem to always have their shows just kind of spill out in front of them before they actually have them. Uh, but I usually don't cover those because by the time they have their
Yeah, it's
leaks, the
already
shows happened and we're talking about all the official stuff
yeah.
anyway, so there's no point in even mentioning it leaked.
We
Um,
got seats leaking right now.
yeah. I mean, McFarlane, the problem is they get almost ahead of themselves. So like, we want that money, so we're gonna start
Yeah,
getting these companies to
that's true.
pre-order from us, and so that way we can get it going.
Yeah.
Which then means like, oh, we don't have a prototype like shown yet, and these companies are already like putting
Like
their orders
pre-ordering.
in for
Right.
when this comes out in 6 months or something. So that's more on them
That's
for just wanting to be ahead of the game.
Can't blame them for that.
Yeah. So I not a lot there. Like I said, I'm kind of excited for Grodd. I don't really care for the armor, but there's not very
Yeah.
many Grodd figures out there, so I might pick it up anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
there's Jamar's opinion of Grodd.
That's
Moving
okay.
on.
Again, it's like we've seen it already. I'm like, it's cool.
Yeah, I will say it's lackluster since we've seen it at least twice now.
That's the problem with
Um,
leaks. No, I'm
yeah,
joking.
it only works when it's like 3 days ahead of time, and then you're still excited because it's like Hasbro, and you're like, oh
Right.
yay! I've only seen this for 2 days versus seeing it 3 or 4 times the past 6 months. Moving on though, Mezco put up pre-orders for the new 112 collective Ultraman. He comes with alternate hands, alternate head, energy effects, jet VTOL, cape, breakaway buildings, light up features, and display stand. He is currently up on Entertainment Earth for $105, shipping between January and March of 2022. Link for pre-order will be in the description below, but that is not all. Some
Oh,
clever fans in the Facebook groups have cracked the latest code in the ads of the new comic that came with the Gold Commander Gomez figure, which has just started shipping, revealing that a MossSquatch figure will be dropping on April 27th, though no information on what line it will be in or a price point. So it could be their 5 point line and be itty bitty, or it could be 112 and we might get a big ass swamp thing type creature. And
mm.
I know which one I'm hoping for.
Itty bitty one, right? I mean, I don't want to squander your excitement with the MossSquatch, but
Yeah, I know.
the Ultraman is like normally I make the joke, about Mezco. All right, I
Yeah,
do it, whatever.
Kendall's.
But their style or their aesthetics like choice is perfect for like the Ultraman like Power Ranger like figure,
Mm-hmm.
and it just looks so dope. And it just I don't know, it just reminds me of like seeing this show come on and being like, what is this? This isn't Power Rangers, like, but it looks so cool. It's really really awesome. So
Yeah,
I like that.
it's a really cool figure. I one thing that concerns me is the breakaway buildings in the picture. If you look real close, the cracks to show where it breaks away definitely
Yeah,
look like someone just used the like light brush tool in Photoshop to make it. Like they haven't gotten to that point, but they know roughly what they want because
yeah.
they aren't like firm lines. They're very soft, and I'm like, I mean, I get maybe not having a prototype ready, but really, like that's the route you
Just
go.
to render that. I mean, this is cool. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
And Nate's excited too because literally the first thing I heard from him today was this pre-order.
That makes sense though.
Like I woke up, I'm sitting there, I had to take the morning poop, and then I come in here and start working on stuff, and then my phone buzzes, and it's him going, "Look at this," and I'm like, "Oh, okay then. Well, guess that's going in the news stories tonight."
Still, I mean, if Nate can give me an education on who and what Ultraman is, I have no clue. I've just from my references of being like, I think it came on like super late or something. I'd be like, this is weird. This is like Power Rangers, but not Power Rangers, and I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's more of like a kaiju fighter. You think more like
yeah,
Pacific Rim, like he's just a big ass motherfucker who fights off the kaiju to save the city, kind of thing.
fine,
Or the Megazord, I guess, even though he doesn't come apart,
right.
so it's a little.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That was the similarities in like
Mhm.
the Power Rangers, and then he was like a really tall Power Ranger. I'm gonna quit saying Power Rangers. Let's talk about this other thing.
Now you're just wishing in existence that the Power Ranger Green Ranger will be the next pre-order to come in line, which I'm hoping for. Uh, but yeah, so I'm fingers crossed on MossSquatch being 112 and not a reaction figure. But I know better, so I'm just gonna crush those hopes and dreams now. Moving on to crushed hopes and dreams, though.
Oh,
Oh man, Hasbro. After the praise they got last week with FanFest, boy oh boy, we talked about blue balls, they gave Joe fans blue balls not once, but twice this week.
oh God.
First, an eBay seller posted an in-hand listing for the new, not even like fully like revealed yet, Target exclusive G.I. Joe classified Major Blood. Bids soared over $1,000 as Joe fans went into a panic that only Neca fans can relate to at this point. However, since then, more info has surfaced via Target's inventory scanners, showing that Major Blood labeled as Asteroid in the system and a figure labeled as Kepler both are set to ship to Targets, one in May and one in July. Some suggest that Kepler's listing is for the character Barbecue, but no confirmation yet. Then Hasbro put up pre-orders for the premium members of their site on Hasbro Pulse to the elusive Cobra Viper Trooper and Firefly figures, which originally were exclusive to Target. Both quickly sold out. However, if you are a Star Wars fan, you got a nice little stroke in your happy place this week. And that is because they have revealed 4 new Clone Wars figures on retro cards. We have Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Clone Pilot Hawk, and Arc Echo Trooper. These will be exclusive to Target, unfortunately, this summer for $24.99. No pre-orders yet. Marvel Legends fans, though, also got some fun news, and that is that the MCU Shang-Chi wave is coming. The wave includes Shang-Chi, Katie, Xiling, Wenyu, and Death Dealer, with a Mr. Hyde as the builder figure. No pre-orders yet, but this is also expected to be probably more fall than summer this year. So a lot to bite into there.
A lot to take in. A lot to take in.
I'm gonna start with Star Wars just because I'm getting that Obi-Wan.
Okay. Yes. All right. That's what I was hoping we go straight to, because
Um,
these are so awesome.
the best part is, so back when you were on hiatus, me and Nate talked about like, oh, there's no way they're gonna go back and do these wonky ass like cards from the 2000s in retro for the 6-inch line. That'd just be absurd. And then they do one of them. I'm like, all right, you've got me. You've got me by the short and curlies here. Like I love the Clone Commander Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then you take that and you put it on that weird dome helmet shaped card. I'm like, all right, that's going in the wall of weird retro cards that I'm making. That's gonna be my only inbox collection.
Yeah, it's so cool because to me this shows like an example of like them kind of understanding their audience,
Mhm.
like a very direct understanding of like, bring these back, do this cool retro card. It's weird and like super nostalgic and for a very specific like crowd, but like it's super cool and it kind of has me like, yeah, yes.
The only problem I have with it is like I love the weird card. I'm very like I'm not OCD, but I very much like things that are symmetrical.
Oh,
So
so
the fact
instead
that
it's close.
so the fact that I have between Doctor Doom and now this, I'm gonna have multiples in this wall of retro cards that I'm gonna be making that don't evenly distribute, and it's just I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
figure out a way to like section it off, maybe put them in the middle and build around it or something. But
I mean, I have like a very similar thing with some of the cards or things that I have middle card, and it is a weird, like, I don't know, eye pleasing thing to be like, all right, these go here, this goes here, this goes
mhm,
here. But I know what you mean. Like, yeah, like,
yeah,
well, this isn't the same size as anything else. But that's pretty awesome. Only bummer, Target exclusive, but
yeah. Which
will
I
these be
may
like,
suck it up and let Target use me as their personal loan system for a couple months because of Recruiter, just to try to get it, because I don't think I've seen some of the Target exclusive Star Wars stuff. Like I think the only ones I've seen is the Unmasked Mando and the Cara Dune credit collection. Those are the only two ones I've seen at my Target. There haven't been very many, so it's not like a
yeah, the
huge
Star Wars
percentage
section
one
is
way or the
normally,
other, but it's definitely one of those things where it's like I don't want to risk it
right?
because this is one that I actually really want. Like I yeah, I might have to suck it up and pre-order. I'm hoping that maybe they'll do something like they did with the stuff last week for FanFest. Maybe it'll also go up. I'll sign up for Hasbro Pulse Premium if it means I get that for sure and not have to fiddle with Target.
Yeah. Sound like you don't like Target.
Uh,
Weird.
Target had me for a while in their good graces, and now they can just suck an egg. Like,
Whoa, what? Uh, I was trying to think of a very weird segue off of sucking egg, but yeah, I have
there's not very
literally
many places
nothing.
you can go.
So, not at
I
all.
mean, that's what the GI Joe fans are wishing Hasbro would do at this point.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Man, that is heartbreaking.
Oh yeah,
I could, I was just like you said, as NECA turtle fans could relate. That would be very upsetting. I could only imagine the amount of panic when they see that like the in hand
oh yeah.
like post. They're like, what?
Because no one knew this was coming. Like it had been teased
Yeah.
because he's like his pictures and the painting on the back of the box artwork and stuff. But I don't think they've officially announced him like up to that
Uh-huh.
point. So just the fact that suddenly someone has one in hand and is selling it on eBay, and you're just like, fuck, fuck,
Yeah.
fuck. Where is this gonna be? How do I get it? I don't want to pay $1,000. So and then worse to find out it is Target exclusive because Joe fans are the only ones who've probably had it worse than Turtle fans at this
Mm,
point when it comes to Target
mm,
because they get like a case of things and that's it. You don't see anything
yeah.
for a month. So if like the first person gets there is someone who either A has a bunch of friends, B is a scalper, or D just likes to have a bunch of toys, maybe to use
Yeah.
as trade bait or something, then everyone else is fucked. Like, well,
That's
I
that. Yeah.
found Nate and a couple of his friends the Cobra Trooper,
Oh
and that
yeah.
was
Yeah. You brought
half of the case right there. So that means that three people. I don't even collect Joes, so that means three people who went to my store definitely weren't getting it once the other three were gone. So it's
That's tough.
definitely a rough time for Joe fans. But that's mostly on
Yeah.
Hasbro, just because they apparently didn't expect the line to be as like uh, taken in
Like
as it
popular.
was. Yeah, popular. That's the word I'm
Yeah.
thinking of.
Here
But
we go.
yeah, apparently I'm just
I'm
getting
pretty sure
old.
you also said ABD, but
Probably,
it's okay. It's
bro.
okay. I was like, I'm not
Old
gonna bring
age,
it
man.
up.
Old age, man. I hit 30, and it's just downhill from there. Um,
But yeah,
but
you didn't. They didn't expect it to
yeah,
be
they didn't expect it to
as
be as popular
popular.
as it was because the Joe like branding hasn't been a huge deal in
Yeah.
years. So when this line just flew off the shelves and fans like were like, "Oh my god, 6-inch Joes that are actually cool," and shit, then it was just like, "Oh well, we didn't get enough for that."
Yeah, at a point though, you gotta try and like keep up with demand. But I guess
Supposedly they tried, but it didn't work.
that's true.
Like, because
That's very true.
that was another thing is this morning I got that email and I'm like, what the fuck is this? But I couldn't see the listing because I'm not a premium member. So when I clicked it, it just
Uh,
took me to the sign up page, And then later I read that apparently it was the Cobra Trooper. And then also in like half of the Facebook groups I'm in, everyone was like, no.
I mean, so I one think it's awesome that you can have like a service that you pay extra and you're like a part of that list, like first to pre-orders and stuff. But then, damn, I would be so depressed if something came out and I was like, sweet, I can go pre-order this because I'm a premium member.
Yeah.
And you go in and it's gone. Yeah, fuck
I
me,
feel like the
man.
thing that makes the least sense to me is they seem to be doing a lot of this like re-release stuff on like a almost Super 7 level where it's a pre-order, you pay, they make them, and then they ship them.
Right.
So that's what confused me is that's what I figured it
Oh,
would
that is,
be.
yeah.
But then it was like, because it said pre-order in the email, so it wasn't like a it's ready kind of thing from my understanding.
Yeah.
So I was just like, how does that sell out? Were they like, oh, we're only gonna make 1,000 more or something? Like, if you're gonna try to save face with the Joe community and be like, we're gonna give you that toy that you've been bitching about for
Trying
the
to find
past like year, and then you may still don't make it like available enough on your own
just
website.
another kick in the nuts, man.
Uh,
I mean, the last thing is obviously the Shang-Chi. Like, we don't know the movie yet, so but I can't complain because I think I literally said before after WandaVision, like,
mhm.
hey, you got to have these out when it's like hot, you know?
Yeah,
So that makes sense. I'm probably gonna like the movie. I really like Aquafina,
yeah.
so I'm in. So we'll see. Maybe that might be the one I just
I
buy.
would say, is she
For
gonna be the one you
limitation.
get so you have the double
Just
shelf
because.
representation?
Yeah, just because.
Yeah, because that trailer was fucking great. So I'm kind of excited for the movie. I don't really collect Legends, so I don't know how invested I'll be. But the figures look fucking cool, especially Death Dealer, man. Oh, did I lose you? Oh, this is awkward.
Internet go out?
Oh, there he is.
Okay, I was so confused because I could hear you the whole time, and I'm like, no, I'm here. I'm here. Oh
Oh man,
god.
that was weird. Yeah, you just froze
I
like
was like,
this, and then you
and
were
I
like
was,
gone. I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do. I
oh
wasn't
god.
prepared to do
Yeah,
the
I'm
show by
like,
myself.
I was like doing speed tests on my computer. I'm like, do I have internet? I'm here, and then I don't know. Yeah, I felt like I
Man,
was in the upside down.
yeah, you got sucked into another parallel universe where there was no Jamar.
I do have to report my internet speeds are not as high as they should be.
Oh,
It's showing about 37 megabits per second. So I
I
know
mean
that's
that
what you come
explains why
to.
you're pretty pixelated right now. You look like you're in the witness protection program.
Oh, okay, well, I'll finish the conversation like this then.
I like that
All
your
right.
witness protection voice is just Christian Bale.
Where are they? Neca, where are they? Where are the turtles?
Oh, like
I
there's
think
an
I've been on
entire
this show enough.
there's an entire bit you could do for the Neca Illuminati show.
There we go.
Just get a Batman mask and be like, "Where are they, Randy? Where are the
Where are
turtles?"
they? I'm waiting for wave 2.
Oh shit! Speaking of NECA,
That's
great segue. Moving on. NECA shed some light on the Universal Monster figure line this week. While the black and white Frankenstein's monster is already out for pre-order on Entertainment Earth and other e-retailers, the link in the description will be below. Yes, I think that made sense. He is arriving this summer. There will be also a full color version arriving at a later date, along with confirmation that the Mummy, Wolfman, and the Dracula figures are planned to ship this year as well. NECA also put up pre-orders for the 7-inch Halloween Kills 2021 Michael Myers. No pictures or anything. It's just kind of up there on Entertainment Earth for $32.99, shipping in September. So again, link will be in the description below. But that's not all for NECA. They showed off the latest Toony Terror with Captain Blake from The Fog. No release information yet, just a little teaser, much like Randy usually does on Twitter. But I'm excited to get more into just seeing the rest of the Universal Monster line at this point.
Oh, I agree. I don't know if I'm still pixelated or not.
You're
I'll
not.
quit that joke.
It's already over.
Okay.
The bit's dead.
Yeah, I agree. Interesting enough that they're doing the color version for the Frankenstein's monster, because I kind of wish they would just do a black and white for all of them. I know that seems weird, but just for congruent,
I assume that they're all
show
gonna
story, but
have
it makes
both.
sense. Okay, because that would feel like it would make sense, but I don't know enough about these historical horror movies. If maybe this was the only one in black and white, and maybe the other ones were in color, so
I'm
that
pretty
makes sense.
sure they
I
were
don't
all
know if
black
that's
and
a real
white.
thing. Okay, well,
I
that's
think
what
there were
I
movies
would
that later
assume.
got colorized. Like when they
Oh,
went through and they started like doing that to movies, we were like, oh, let's go and put color in these movies now that that's a
Yeah,
thing. Um, so
that's fair.
I feel like they were all in black, all or most of them were in black and white. I think the only reason why they confirmed that with the Frankenstein's monster is because of the fact that none of these have, like, he's the only one who's actually had an official, like, here's full
Yeah,
images of
like,
him. Everything else has just been teasers.
mhm.
So it's kind of like, okay, well, the other ones have teasers that are clear in color, so we should probably let you know that, yes, if you don't want to do black and white, there's going to be a color version later, so you can kind of match the line however you want. And I would assume that that would correlate the opposite direction as well. But who knows? It's NECA. They could be like, here's one black and white and 7 in color, and if you want the rest of the black and white, you're going to have to wait a year, and then you're going to be so pissed because you bought the rest anyway. And
I still dig it. I feel like the black and white just like really sets the figure off. So I really would like to see this. And this again goes back. I think when we first came across this figure, and now it's coming in the summer, this might be something that do like for a father-in-law, like a birthday gift. His birthday's in the summer, so
there you go. I mean,
think that'd be a
I
cool
still
little
think
gift.
that rubber duck I sent you earlier should be the birthday
Oh
present.
yes,
We're not going to talk about it
yeah,
here because it's not really news.
yeah, it does make sense.
I think it's already out or something. But there's a John Hammond Tubbs duck, and I think the Dinosaur Man needs it, but that's just me.
But yeah, I'm interested enough. I love seeing these Toon Terrors still keep coming,
Mm-hmm.
keep kicking these out. I don't know what my dream Toon Terror would be, because again, not a huge horror fan,
Same.
or like not a horror fan. Whatever. I just watch them, so I don't have like my favorite or anything. But I just like keep seeing these come out. That's cool.
I wouldn't mind getting like a full set of the Universal monsters in
Oh
Toony
yeah, I guess that's true.
Terror
That's
Time.
probably like an easy.
Like
Yeah,
I'd dig
that's
that.
easy one.
Oh, I know what I want. I don't think it's technically a horror movie, but I feel like it's probably mildly classified it. I want the weird fish dude from shit, what's that movie? Uh Shape of Water.
Okay.
I know they have the
I
license
guess
because they made an ultimate figure of it. So now I want a Toony Terror version.
I feel like labeling that as horror is like somehow, I don't know, prejudice. I don't know, against fish people.
I thought you were gonna be I thought you were saying something
It's
like
about
it was
love.
kink shaming.
No, the movie's about love. But yeah,
I don't know. I
no,
assume it's a horror movie because I feel like NECA put it in their horror line because they don't do just random movies for the most part in the Ultimates line.
fair.
I don't know.
I also only know about fish sex, so that's really all I know about the movie. I'll save my opinions.
I mean, exactly. You could do like them in the bathtub, or you could just have them sitting there eating a little egg. Like, there's so many options. You could do like chase variants.
Is that horror though? I don't know.
I mean, it will when the fish wiener comes out.
That's the horror.
That's
Okay,
the
I should
horror.
have watched the movie.
Oh, that explains it.
have-
Jesus. Moving on, though, Hiya Toys put up pre-orders for their PX Previews exclusive Alien Spacesuit Ripley and the PX Previews exclusive Predator Hounds 2-pack. Both are available on the Entertainment Earth. Ripley shipping in March 2022 for $19.99, and the Hounds in February 2022 for also $19.99. So we've been following this line for a while now with the Predator and Alien stuff. I feel like they've pumped out a lot of figures. I guess maybe they're just not being put in stores or something, because I haven't seen any in hand, and I haven't really seen anyone talking about them. So I don't know if maybe NECA just has that stronghold that no one else can break.
these are the little, like, not little bitty ones, but like
Yeah,
smaller.
they're not the 7-inch scale. I think they're 5
Yeah.
inch.
Oh, I that's for some reason I
Five or
assumed it was
4. It's
like.
one of the two. They're not. It. Now you're making me have to go look it up because I can't remember off the top of my head.
Well, I mean, while you look it up though, these are still just so cool. Like, so cool. This would be cool if it is a smaller set. Um, if you got like a really cool custom like diorama with like, I don't know, like the ship or like, that would be. These are so awesome.
They are
I'm
4
trying to fill
inches,
the air.
so
4 inches.
they're
Okay, so
just
yeah,
bigger than your Star Wars vintage collection.
yeah. Because I remember us talking about how it was so much detail in these like small
Mm-hmm.
figures. That's cool.
Yeah, they're
I
really
dig them.
impressive. I don't think I've seen them anywhere, which is kind of, or I haven't seen anyone talk about them either. So it's kind of like, well, I kind of want to know what they look like, but I'm not going to order them and find out, kind of thing.
Yeah,
And that's mostly just because I'm not a big enough fan of Alien or Predator. Like I enjoy the movies, but I don't really have a need for action figures of any of them.
I'm probably on the same boat there. I'm
I
probably on
feel
the
like
same
we need to
boat.
just convince Jake to get the Ripley figure.
I feel like we can do that.
I feel
Hey
like
Jake,
it'd be pretty
you
easy.
need this.
Yeah, I know you're watching. You need this
You
figure.
need
You
this.
need or any of them really. I don't care which one. I just want to see it in person. So you need to order that shit. Make sure to use one of our Entertainment Earth links though.
In the description below.
Yes. Keeping the ball rolling though. Super 7 put up pre-orders for Wave 2 of the Army of Darkness reaction figures. Wave 2 includes Medieval Ash, Deadite, and Pitwitch. All three are available for pre-order on Entertainment Earth for $17.99. Shipping in June. Link will be in the description below for the pre-orders. So I don't like the reaction figures, but I'm not gonna lie, I like that they do weird stuff like this.
Yeah,
Like just
I was
those
thinking the
movies
same
that
thing.
like don't seem to get a lot of love when it comes to the action figures. Like I know Neca does some here and there, but I don't think it's like to this extent.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said that before when they announced the Run DMC like
Yeah,
reactions because it's like,
and the
okay,
what was it, the gem in the holograms?
oh yeah, yeah. Like, of course you're not gonna probably go all the way out and do like a full size figure, but it's cool to just give you that same like nostalgia with the box or not box art, but you know what I mean, like this
Yeah, the
card
box.
art. Yeah, I guess that is a
It is
box.
box
Yeah,
art.
that's a box. Okay. Like I said, the box art, because I was right. But it's just cool that you get like this artwork, and if you're really into this line, you just have so many options, which is really cool. But also, if you're just into Army of Darkness,
Yeah,
which the
I
only
mean,
person I know would probably be Wes. So
I feel like Jake would too.
yeah, that's true.
Jake, use the link
Well,
below
that
to
makes
pre-order
sense.
these.
That Venn diagram works for them. Pre-order link below.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
exactly. Closing out the news, Tamashii Nations put up pre-orders for the new Monsterarts 2004 Gigan. He'll be roughly $140 shipping in September. They also put up pre-orders for the Figuarts Falcon and Winter Soldier. Hashtag not my Captain America, John Walker. Walker is $89.99 on Entertainment Earth, shipping in November. Links for pre-orders will be in the description below. But that is not all. Finally, Bluefin Brands has confirmed the rumors that the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan 3 Goku will be reissued with more details coming soon. So this is what I was talking about earlier. This has been like rumored and leaked for several weeks now, getting my hopes up, and I'm like, I'm not saying anything until we get something solid, a pre-order somewhere, something from Bluefin, something from Tamashii, something solid. And this was what I needed. And oh man, I'm excited because this motherfucker is like a $200 figure right now, and I don't want to pay that much.
So you're gonna pay 139.
I
No,
mean, that's
it'll
still
probably
better
be
than
like
that.
80.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have to
that's
assume he'll
true.
probably be around like 60 or 80, depending on if they add anything to him or if it's literally just 100% reissue.
Hmm. I do. I'm really digging the reissue train. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if this is just becoming like more of a standard, but as you know, I've become quite a bit of collector of Nindos, and a lot of the stuff I missed out on, and they're doing like these reissues and like being really vocal about it. And this is just kind of another example from another company doing that, which is pretty cool. So you don't have to spend that $200, and it also means, you know, fuck that eBay market, you know?
Exactly. And I think a big thing is that 2020, with everything that went down, and especially considering the collector's market has just exploded, like eBay
Oh,
prices are higher than they've ever been for collectibles and stuff. And I feel like that has made it so people have spoke out more about this
mm,
and made more of an outrage, made especially with Twitter and everything they have access to, making it a bigger deal, which these companies are like, okay, we get it, here you go. Because
yeah. Well, I
why
mean,
wouldn't they want the money? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even for necessarily just us. If you look at it from just the business aspect, if you see people are willing to spend $200 on a figure that you sold for 70, I mean, I'm sure it didn't cost them that much to make
yeah,
that
and
figure.
and at
Like,
that point you're not
why
even
not?
spending the extra money to make new molds because you're literally
Yeah, you
just
already have this
using
one.
the
Yeah,
shit you already have at the factories available to you. So
yeah, makes
it's
sense.
it's kind of a win-win all around because you're spending less money than you would making a brand new figure.
Give the people what they want. I dig it.
Yeah, so I'm all for it. I'm not gonna lie, the Gigan figure is pretty sweet.
Holy crap, it's dope. Until you said 140, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh man,
well,
I almost fell out
you
of my
have to
seat.
remember the
But
Monsterarts are super detailed. Like they've got
yeah,
that NECA level detail, but with the articulation of a Dragon Ball Z figure. So
right. I'm not
it
mad at it. Not mad at it. I just woo.
yeah,
Oh.
it's a little hefty. But he also seems like the fact that he comes with that like laser beams and
The
extendable arms and shit. Like they definitely made sure he's stacked, so you're not just gonna get the figure and be like, oh man, this is just a lot of empty box space around him.
That's definitely dope for sure. I'm actually surprised. I mean, fake Captain America, or as in this stupid chat thing that I've been, they call him Generica because it's generic Captain
Oh,
America.
we started calling him Decap America.
Decaf America. Decaf
No,
America? Like
decap, as in like he's trying to decapitate
oh
motherfuckers.
god. I don't like decaf, like he's like
No, he's decapitate or
oh
decaptain America
god.
because he like when he was beating the shit out of that motherfucker with Shield. Spoilers if you're a couple weeks behind. I thought he was gonna lop dude's head off. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, probably should have, to be honest, if you think
I
about
know.
it. But no, look for further details. The the bounce effect with the shield is awesome
Yeah,
as fuck. Like
that
that's
got me a little
almost
wet.
worth
Not
it.
gonna lie.
I saw that. I'm like, whoa, that's pretty cool. So I mean, I'm not mad at that at all. It's just not my Captain
I feel like at
America,
that point you
which
order that
I'm a little
figure,
sympathetic for
you
him.
try to sell it for like $60, keep that Shield effect, and then get yourself a Captain America figure, and bam.
There you go.
Or maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get the Captain Falcon figure and he'll come with that same
Ah,
effect.
that's true. Because I'm gonna be on the hunt for one of these. No, which one I want
I'm not gonna
or who
lie,
I
I
really
feel
want.
like you're gonna need a figure arts Captain
Figures
Falcon.
are. I mean, I was shopping for some Figmas, and those are up there too.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, got to get that representation on the shelf. So
Yeah,
maybe it might be a
I
figure
feel
art.
like T'Challa needs a buddy.
Yeah, that's true. And I did do Miles and T'Challa for Mafex, but
Exactly.
we'll see.
I mean, Mafex will probably do it too. It just will come down to which one you like better, I guess. I feel like if Figure Arts does the fancy effect, that's gonna be the seal of the deal.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if it's really gonna be any competition if they have that with it. I can't lie.
Yeah,
I'm a sucker for some cool shit.
yeah. I'm oddly like into this figure. I have no interest in the character, but yeah, just the effect he comes with, and it just
It's
generally
kind
looks
of
kind of cool.
sympathetic, you know.
Yeah,
It's for a different show, but yeah, it's a sympathetic character in a
yeah.
way.
I mean, I almost feel bad for Murder America. Um,
Well, are you no? Go ahead.
that is it for the news, which means it is time for Turtle Watch 2021. Oh, wait, mine's. Oh, there's the big one. There we go.
Oh, there we go. You gotta
There
get the
we
big one.
go. Neca Illuminati, baby. We got
We're
it.
back.
Oh, man.
At this point, I'm not even sure why people watch.
Yeah, I mean.
And we probably should describe this for audio only listeners.
Oh, yes. We both. I finally got the pinball crate that Jamar got last week with the Krang hats. So we're wearing our Krang hats and we're doing the NECA Illuminati thing that he did last week. So all like 25 of you that explains it
Yeah.
for you. Which baffles me at somehow we're a top 70 hobbies podcast in Australia. Apparently, there's not a lot of people there to be competition. Um,
Good morning, by the way.
yes.
I don't know that it's not like it's live, so
Yeah, I mean,
anyway.
yeah. Realistically, it doesn't make a difference. It's probably be nighttime when the show goes up. Um, anyway, first we want to clear some things up. Randy did go to Twitter to clear up some confusion regarding the NECA store pre-orders for the Ninja Turtle figures they've been doing. These are still going to be available at Target at some point for those who enjoy torture porn, while the rest of us will be simply pre-ordering them from the luxury of our computer desks or phones while we're taking a poop. That being said, last Friday, the Ace Duck Mutagen 2-pack, Splinter and Baxter Stockman 2-pack, and Zarax and Zork 2-pack all went up on NECAstore.com, shipping this fall. Pre-orders end, I believe, this weekend, because I believe they said they're 10 days, which would mean either Sunday or Monday, theoretically. So either way, if you want them, shit or get off the pot. Don't wait. These are going to be made to order. And also, it saves you the hassle of having to find it in Targets. Meanwhile, we did get more updates as well for the TMNT movie April, with a video showing off the box art and some more prototype images. Then to continue the Turtle Pack 2021, the Rasputin and Genghis Frog 2-pack has been spotted in stores, but then minutes before we started recording, Super 7 dropped a teaser for the new Ultimates TMNT Samurai Leonardo. Holy shit.
Holy shit. Yeah, let's just start here. Let's just God, man. What this means to me, I mean, one, I'm excited for like this figure. If we're getting into this guy's like line, hopefully, I'm hoping they wouldn't just stop here, right? Of course they wouldn't. No, but that means we're gonna get some pretty awesome figures in that line. But to me, what this really means to me is that the possibilities that we have. So going into other lines like the Rock and Rollin' Playmate figures, or I don't know, the Explorer or the Adventurers. Like I'm giddy because I'm hoping that this will continue and not just do like this one and then be out, So yeah, I'm really fucking excited.
I'm more excited at the potential, because if they follow, like Wes was mentioning in our group chat, if they follow the line, that means that Donatello's going to be in the trench coat.
Oh yeah, so you get another trench coat figure.
Trench coat mafia, baby. Let's do it.
I mean, the line is cool. I'm just so happy that like this is actually happening, because I don't know. I mean, we never. I think I've kind of always assumed that maybe they'll do like some more one-off stuff after they kind of went through the initial line, but I didn't think that was going to happen and kind of like soonish. Now we probably won't get this until like 2025, but we'll see when this actually comes out. That's the only part of the figure they have done, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, this raises questions for me of if they continue the way they've been doing, because I've assumed the goal is to have a turtle in every wave, so that way it keeps the line profitable and popular, because trying to sell the side characters is going to be harder to do without a turtle. Because there's a turtle, there's a better chance someone's just going to be like, fuck it, I'll buy the entire wave and get the whole nostalgia train, more so than people like me who are just like, nope, I just need this one kind of thing. So if they go that route, I remember originally I think they said they planned for 9 waves total. So if these do well, does that mean they continue past that 9 wave mark? And there's like, fuck it, we're gonna do the entire fucking Playmates line if you're willing to pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know, because that just makes me think, what? I don't know. That is kind of like throw a little bit of wrench in what my thought of how this rollout was going to be. Because as you mentioned that, yeah, I kind of completely forgot that we still have more waves, and they're going to still do other side characters, and this is just going to be the new turtle in each wave. So I don't know. That makes me think like, okay, well, maybe this could just be it and that'd be done. Like, so that kind of saddens me.
I think it could go one of two ways. I think they'll still do the one turtle per wave, and then once they get to wave 9, they'll do like one big bang to end it and have 4
Mhm.
turtles, but they'll be like 4 really cool picks from the Playmates line.
Mhm.
Or these will do well enough that they extend their contract
Continue.
with Playmates, or if they don't even have, like, if the 9 was just them setting a goal for themselves, not for like any
Right. That's
contractual
true.
stuff, and they just either way decide that they're going to continue on until the wave stops making money. Because realistically, if they're willing to put the money and time into recreating all these figures, there's 100% a market for it,
Yeah,
and they're just printing money at that point. So I can't imagine them being like, I'm good.
that's true. I I need more. I need more information. I need to know more, but I also need to get like finish just the turtles. I still just got only 2, you know?
Right? I'm just like, man, Mikey still hasn't shipped this year, and we're almost to May, and
Yeah.
and Donnie's not gonna be out till fucking next January at this point. So yeah, it's a
And Mikey was around the time with Metalhead. Am I right?
Mikey is in
So
the
like
wave of
Mikey and
Metalhead.
Metalhead.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I still have those 2, and that makes me question like, oh shit, if you're gonna be doing this, might have to cancel out some of these side figures. Like I think I have Casey like on the bench as well. I might have to chop them out if we're gonna be getting more of these, but I might just kind of stick with what I got and keep
See,
going, of
I'm
course.
lucky. I'm just like, I want the main 4 turtles. I want Rocksteady and Bebop, and
I'm
I'm pretty
surprised that
happy.
that Metalhead didn't like
No,
swoo you at
it
all.
didn't. Like,
Oh
cause
man,
I you have to remember,
love that.
I don't have that attachment to the Playmates wave. Like, I had those
That's fair.
figures, but my primary figures for the turtles were the cartoon ones. So like, I had press a button and Leo's eyes pop out kind of thing. I didn't
Yeah.
like the Playmates turtles were literally like sandbox toys for me. They're I'm like, oh, I don't like these turtles. They're kind of ugly, so they got played with outside, so I didn't ruin my good ones.
It's your fault that we can't find them. No, dumb
I
kids.
mean, I'm sure they're probably still in the sandbox over at my grandma's house. She's had the same house for the entirety of my life. So
It's a bit late here, but I'll be heading over there after the show.
just digging in her backyard trying to find them.
But we can't go. I got to talk about the April nail. I mean, I'm probably like one of the 30 people out there that's super excited about this figure. But like the box art, cool. Keep it going. Like I like to keep the same aesthetics as like the movie posters and the art back from then. But like the close up, seeing the little leather vest
Yeah,
and the shirt,
it's impressive as fuck.
it's so good. It's so stupid, but it's so good. So I'm really, really pumped for that. I really am. I can't wait for that to come as well. And then basically all of this segment is just me saying things that I can't wait for. And I need to get this pre-order in. I didn't realize it was going to end. And I keep waffling back and forth, but I'm going to do it for the Ace Duck and Mutagen Man. Mutagen Man is just, I just have to have it.
So wait, you want it more for Mutagen Man, not for Ace Duck, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Ace Duck, cool figure. I'm more so going not on like the touch tones from the show itself, but more of the touch tones of like as from a figure aspect. So that's why Ace Duck doesn't really do a lot for me in that category. But the Mutagen Man, it's just cool because it's so
Maybe I can
odd.
convince you to sell me some of the accessories, because I almost
You
have
want his
pre-ordered
pistol?
this. No, I want his pistols. I want the VHS tape and the film reel.
Oh, the film room.
Those are the
Oh,
only
that's
things I want
fair.
from this pack. I'm like, I don't have any investment in either character. I'm good.
You want a
But then I
tiny
then I
V?
saw, I'm like, that VHS would be great sit on top of the TV in the little turtle layer up
That's
there.
fair.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm an accessory whore. You're gonna get me. But if you don't want Ace Duck, then I may be able to convince you to sell me some accessories. So I'll have to make
Yeah,
a
I might
deal.
be fine to that. I got to get this pre-order in. I'll probably do it tomorrow when
I'd
it's
say
up,
do it tonight to be safe. Just saying.
but I'll forget.
Yeah, because
All
with your
right.
luck, what will happen is the information that we got is wrong, and it's actually going to stop tomorrow when the new pre-order goes up.
Now, is this Friday, as in when the episode goes up, or is this tonight, as in right now?
I would say pre-order it right
I'm
now
just messing with
tonight,
you.
because Friday the new order goes up, and I don't want them to be like, oh well, whoops, we decided to take it down to put the new one up versus the original discussion of having it up for 10 days. But you do you.
Well,
Also, I just
I'm
want to
on
point out
there.
that because of the band of your headphones, it looks like your Krang hat has like a sleepy mask.
Oh,
Nighty night, Krang. He's drilling too, so he's really in that deep sleep.
yeah.
Oh,
But
this
it's
entire
still
episode's
there.
been off the rails since
It
the
is. I
start.
like this energy, though. I like this
Yeah, it's been
energy.
fun. Oh shit. Well,
I
yeah.
do have to say, I mean, well, now I'll save what I have to say for later.
For weekly purchases.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good news. We're moving on to weekly purchases. I'm gonna go first just because we both know you've got the better week because fucking USPS hasn't delivered mine yet. It's sitting in fucking Phoenix. Because fuck
It's in
me.
Phoenix
Oh
now.
yeah,
At
it made
least
it to
it's in
Phoenix at
Phoenix.
1 p.m. today. It
You said
arrived
it
in
was just
Phoenix,
sitting
and then
in Mac?
40 minutes later, it departed Phoenix. So theoretically, I'll have it tomorrow. Of course, the day after we fucking record. So fuck me.
Dude,
You'll
that's how
you'll see it next week.
What did you get? I don't know.
Yeah,
Go ahead. No.
yeah. So I'll go first. First, obviously, I got the pinball box, which came with the Shredder figure, which mine has definitely seen better days. I feel like Sid from Toy Story right now.
Yeah.
For the record, I did not rip off his foot. This was just shitty Neca right there. Because,
Really?
yeah, so I actually reviewed this before I tore it apart for what I'm going to show you next. And when I was posing it to take the pictures at the end of the review, I went to twist his leg, and it was like, boop. And I'm like, oh, fuck me.
That sucks.
So that made posing him for the next 20 minutes was a bitch because he did not want to stand. So if the pictures aren't good, blame Neca. Shit. But yes, so what his sacrifice was there for, I think this may be my best custom I've ever done. My Mezco IDW Shredder. Oh, baby.
That is pretty cool.
I am so happy I waited for that Toon Shredder with the metallic armor instead of using the one from the movie Shredder.
Really dope.
Yeah. I'll have to post some pictures of that on Twitter and Instagram later because that turned out incredible. I'm so happy with it.
Yeah, you hit that. You didn't even send anything to the
I
group.
know. I finished it like an hour or two before the show, and I took everything I had not to be like, look, guys. I'm like, no, I want to surprise him. I want to have the big moment. Awesome. So then I picked up a Mezco PX exclusive Sovereign Batman. I already swapped out the chest piece because I don't like the yellow and black emblem. Gave him a wired cape. It's just the blue version of one I already have. Technically, the one I have was blue, but I swapped out the blue parts for the black to make it more comic booky. But I like the blue, so I got another one finally because I found a really good deal on it. I guess 2 days ago, if you're watching this when the show goes up, I made a trip down to Phoenix to take a shit ton of stuff to the Collector's Marketplace. Really cool place. It's 50-50 if you can find stuff at a good price or anything like that, but it's still got a lot of stuff. When I redid the entire setup, I realized I do not have a lot of room, and I've got a lot of shit that I'm not displaying, and I'm not really like, oh my god, I need to keep this forever. So I took probably a 24 by 24 box down there, gave me a shit ton of store credit, and I spent that store credit. So,
first, while you're picking this box up, I'd like to add, I hope it wasn't anything cool in there that maybe, YouTube wife / Mrs. Toy.
No, Mrs. Toy Fair would not have wanted any of the stuff, so you're good. So first, I finally found it at a good price, ironically at this place, which usually is known for having bad prices, and that is the Credit Collection Mandalorian.
Oh.
So got that sexy artwork version. Damn. So this bad boy, he's going with Mace on the wall when I eventually do it.
You were hinting towards that this whole episode about your wall of in the box.
Then I haven't put it together yet because I don't know how I'm going to because I'm usually not a model guy. But I've loved Zoids as a kid, and I've been looking for some sort of representation of that, and unfortunately all the figures suck, so I'm going to have to build my first Zoids model kit of the Liger Zero Jaeger. Definitely bit off more than I chewed because I opened this bitch and I'm like, holy fuck. And of course, the directions are in Japanese, so that's going to be a fun time.
Google Translate, sir.
Yeah, so those two alone ate up my store credit just because the Jaeger model was so much. Then this was up on Amazon for cheap, so I ordered it. I got the SH Figuarts Frieza 2.0. And this last thing, I got on clearance. Oh god, it's so fucking heavy.
Don't blow your back out there. Oh shit!
Thanks for pushing my buttons. You really know how to turn me on.
Yeah, so this went up on. Can you calm down for like 5 seconds, sir?
This is insane.
Gonna play me right now. So
Oh my god.
he went up on clearance on Target.com, and someone posted a link in one of the Facebook groups. He's $50. That's 50% off. I was like, fuck
That's
it.
crazy.
I forgot to pre-order him, and I've just been kicking the can. I'm doing it. $50. That's a steal. And then it came in. I had to go pick it up because I didn't want to pay for shipping. And I get home. I open up Super Side. They didn't even fucking include batteries.
Well, come on. I guess you haven't bought a kid's toy in a long time, but
I'm just
you
like,
gotta buy
this
batteries.
motherfucker retails at $100. This should have came with the goddamn batteries, even like cheap ones that would last me a week. So then, like, it was already late. I didn't want to go back out. So then today I went out and I went and got the batteries, and then I was playing with him, and yeah, he's definitely entertaining. He says some weird shit, and I download the app to kind of control him and make him say certain things. So I'll have to fiddle with that and see what I can do. I'm trying to figure out where I can display him, because if he moves at all, he swings his head like he is like in a metal concert. Like, he will knock everything off that shelf if he like decides to wake up and start talking.
So it needs to be on like a coffee table or
Yeah, well,
like mantle or something.
I'm thinking maybe if I feel like if he's on like the middle of the shelf where it's a little more grounded, it won't be as bad. But unfortunately, the only spot that's really open right now is the top shelf. Because I sat him up there just to get him out of my way while I was doing things. And just him, like, his like head like swinging a little bit from being off, not even from being on. Like, shit started falling. Like, well, RA can't put you there.
Yeah, get your ass down.
So maybe I'll just mount him on the wall behind me like a trophy.
I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah, I kind of dig it. So I might go that route. We'll see. We'll see where we end up. But I think
what else you got down?
That's it for me. Oh no, Batman! Oh, well, Batman's dead. I don't know where he went.
Now he's back on the floor.
Yeah. Well, Batman was never on the floor. Him and Shredder were on the desk, nice and safe. And Batman decided that he couldn't take it anymore. All the Marvel talk made him want to off himself. So I'm gonna let you take it from here. You can steal the show.
Oh yes, I am definitely gonna steal the show, because this is something that we have probably talked about a couple times on the show, and
Only a couple.
yeah, we may have mentioned it a few times, and it's close, very near and dear to my heart, your heart. And it just reminds me that, you know, sometimes you just have to introduce something with the song. And it just simply goes like this. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. I got my Woody Nindo to go with my Buzz Nindo as well, with this amazing cool stand. And he is flying, or I guess you'd say falling with style. But I know this is what everybody was hoping to see. It's amazing. It's awesome.
The song alone stole the show for me. Like, I
tried
was
my
not
best
expecting that at all.
To throw it off just a little bit. I didn't want to give, you know, the full deal, because I didn't want us to get, you know, that strike.
Oh yeah, we didn't want the copyright.
YouTube
If you would have started up like do 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 do,
they're like, man, is that Randy Newman? But yeah, in all seriousness, I'm gonna try this. Oh no,
it's already going well.
I just took the whole shelf down.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Put these down individually, but they are here. Yes,
and
they
out of
are.
Focus.
And out of focus, in focus, out of focus.
Oh,
in focus.
that's thinking about it. It's thinking.
Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get, because my arms are shaking right now. And we found him. Oh, there goes Mikey.
Well, apparently Batman's not the only one committing suicide tonight.
After all that, it's only fitting, as close as I got to committing suicide, so did the turtles. No,
Full circle.
I just had to say that, like, after the depressing episode, I don't know if you can hear it in our voices or see it on our face, we were defeated, right?
Oh, that's an understatement.
Willing to give up everything. And by give up everything, I meant all of my money. My wife encouraged me to order on eBay, and then shortly after, we find them in Target. So, like, yeah, it was definitely an up and down situation. I'm still not 100% like, oh yeah, everything's peaches and cream,
Oh yeah,
or
no,
gravy train or
I'm still
whatever.
not.
Yeah, just because it still is a lot of people out there who weren't as fortunate to find it. And that really, really sucks. And now we're just waiting on second wave, third wave to see what happens if it does happen. But I mean, it's gonna sound like a shitty thing to say, but I'm kind of happy I got mine. So hopefully everyone else gets lucky, like you. You know, your post office will deliver yours tomorrow.
Eventually.
So
We'll see.
you'll get to have yours convinced.
Mine are gonna show up and they're gonna be
the
like
next
looking like they went through the fucking shredder or something. Like, on my luck.
No, I will have to say though, like when I received them, like opened the box or when I received them, when I opened the box, the legs with them were like kind of twisted all weird, and I was like, oh fuck, I got some beat up ones. But once I pulled them off, they were just fine. They're just
Why are you
weird.
pulling off the turtles?
Well, I pulled off their clothes because
Oh, it's that kind of episode.
I'll grab Leo from the shelf. Come on, Leo.
Well, dude, just murdering turtles over and over on this show.
So many turtle suicides. But yeah, so I took off the trench coats from those turtles because they clearly have the superior sculpt of the cartoon like aesthetics versus the original ones that were the Toon Turtles, and now I can hide them in their trench coats from those guys. So I got that. Hat just fell off, and cool. So I kind of had two figures in one, if you will.
Makes sense.
But yeah, that's it. I'm retiring from the show now that I have the Turtles in Disguise because my life can't get any better.
We've already canceled the Neca Illuminati spinoff show before it even started.
Yes, but it's quite funny, guys. Just pay attention to the signs. The episode after I expose the Neca Illuminati for the truth that they are, I ended up finding it. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. You just have to stay tuned to the next episode of Neca Illuminati. Are they watching? Because they are.
Is Randy watching?
It's Randy watching. Is Randy an AI that's just tweeting out things? We don't know. We don't know.
He's just an AI in a weird bearded skin suit. He's like Jarvis when he became Vision.
He's the Krang. Oh yeah, but yeah, I'm happy we can laugh and joke about it now because
I'm still pissed. They can go fuck themselves.
I was close. I was gonna do it.
So I'm just gonna say, like, even though you found me a set, correction,
Yeah.
my wife's wife found me a set technically. I still have gone every day, just for the sake of being like, I need to see them in person. I need to know that my Target got them. And they still haven't. And yet now we're getting Rasputin and Genghis Frog hitting shelves. And I'm like, but yeah, there's 3 fucking waves coming. Yeah, eventually. So I'm still salty. I don't care. I may be slightly less salty tomorrow afternoon when they show up, but I'm a grudge holder, so I can make it work.
It's the fuck you and see you later.
Yeah, fuck you and see you later. That's the same thing I do every day at Target at that point. I will say I've been, because I'm selling the original set of turtles to our buddy Wes, and I'm not gonna lie, if I did find another set, I was probably gonna grab it anyway, solely because I'm like, I kind of do want to do the same thing. I want to have one set in the whole like get up and one not, just because it looked cool. It's just a matter if I find a second set or not.
Someday.
Yeah, well, maybe at Wave 3 in 2022, I'll find a second set.
Well, I know this isn't Turtle Watch 2021, and I know this is just a weird episode, but I'm just wondering if there's any truth to the fact that some vendors, I don't want to call them NECA reps because they don't really work for NECA per se, are taking, if there's not enough shelf space to put these up, they're just taking them and taking them to another store or something. So I don't know if, well, you only have one Target.
Yeah, I mean, there's no, I mean,
area, so.
theoretically, well, the thing is, my vendor, she works for the entirety of like northern Arizona, so she'd still hit up 2 or 3 other Targets down in like the like northern Phoenix area.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's theoretically she could, but I've been there every day, so I would have been there knowing if the box was there well before she would have. Like she showed up
Right.
for the first time in like a couple months apparently the other day and finally put all the stuff in the 2 NECA boxes they had back there out on the shelves. But realistically, I I don't know. I do know there's a video out there of a vendor taking them off the shelves at the
I saw
request
that.
of a employee,
Employee.
who then got pissy because the vendor handed one to the customer who was there. So there is shady shit out there. It's not at every
It
Target,
is.
but it definitely is out there.
Be
So-
aware. Hopefully you get them.
yeah. So fingers crossed for anyone who missed out. And I mean, obviously this set is well worth it. Jamar pulled the trigger on eBay before he eventually found him. I'm not gonna lie, had he not found him, I was either gonna pull the trigger on eBay or just sell the entire collection. It was a flip of the coin at that way. I was like, and then I'll sell the stupid diorama when it comes out, and
Oh.
it literally
Don't do it.
he had to talk me off the rooftop that day. And by rooftop, I mean parking lot at Panda Express where they weren't open yet, even though they were supposed to be. So I was even more mad.
Oh my god.
Shit. But that's it for weekly purchases. Before we go, we announced last week our giveaway is over.
Oh, yeah. That's
So-
exciting.
We are going to do this a certain way. We have a lovely website you can go to spin the wheel and have winners picked. So I've got all the names, and surprisingly enough, there was only 12 of you who actually entered the contest. Out of all of our
wow.
all of our subscribers, only 12 people actually tried. And 3 of them I know, so it wasn't like there was a huge outpour. But we're gonna spin the wheel. The first name the wheel lands on is gonna be the second place winner of the NECA Musical Mugen Tour merch bundle box with the t-shirt, backstage pass, pics, all that stuff. Not the figures, so don't get too excited. And then the second spin will be for the first place winner, which gets the ultimate NECA Metalhead figure. So we're gonna go ahead and spin that. All right, so there are winners. Congrats to Snow X2K5 getting the merch bundle, and Cheese and Fire getting the NECA Ultimate Metalhead. Please reach out to us on Twitter, because that's where I found both of you, at Modern Toy Fair to claim your prizes. If you did not see your name on the list, that's because you fucked up. You didn't follow the instructions correctly, and I couldn't find your post. So if you can somehow prove to me that it was on my end I fucked up, I might consider trying to do something for you. But
That's
I even
commitment right there.
I even went through and like I clicked on all the retweets because there were people who misspelled the hashtag with typos, and I still entered them in it. So if people could misspell the hashtag with typos and still get entered, then that means you really fucked up if I didn't find your name. So congrats to our winners. Hopefully you enjoy your prizes. Hopefully you reach out to us soon. But that is it for this week's Modern Toy Fair news. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and even check us out on Reddit. Jamar, tell all of our wonderful fans about Why Are You a Gamer?
Well, as I say every single episode, Why Your Gamer is a podcast you can find on any podcast platform of choice like Spotify, iTunes, every single thing, literally everything. But it's a show about why we play video games. I do a one-on-one conversation with, even this guy Michael here as well, and find out the games that he likes, why he plays video games, how he got into video games, and why does he like real-time strategy games. It's just so weird, It's just weird.
Of a
Okay?
god complex, okay?
But yes, it is a really great series. I have the whole first season up on any podcast platform of choice. It will get on YouTube, and I will beat Figuratively Speaking for season 2.
I'll believe it when I see it. So far, Nate threw down the gauntlet. He claims he's gonna be ready by next month. You claim you're gonna beat him to it. So let's get your vote in the comments below. Let us know, who do you think's gonna have their podcast come back first from hiatus. At this point, I'll be impressed if Jamar even gets season 1 up on YouTube before Nate, in my personal opinion. But that's just me.
They're all on my computer. I just have to upload them.
Oh, I know. And we've got a lot of work to do. But yes, make sure to check out Why Are You a Gamer and Figuratively Speaking. Both are great podcasts and easy listens. And if for some reason you want to still hear my voice, you can catch me over at the Gimmick Minute Wrestling Podcast with me and Jason and Kevin shooting the shit on what's going on in the wrestling world that week. And if you'd like to support us here at Modern Toy Fair, you can click the link below for tpublic.com or any of the links for Entertainment Earth to do your pre-ordering. On tpublic.com, though, we sell shirts with our logos on them and other designs I've worked up in Photoshop, along with mugs, phone cases, pillows, all sorts of stuff. So check that out. I greatly appreciate you. As always, like and subscribe, and leave us a comment below what announcements you're excited for, or what NECA turtle conspiracy theories you've come up with or have heard. If you enjoy our faces, hit the little bell and get notified when our videos go up. Modern Toy Fair News is up on Fridays, and Modern Toy Fair Reviews will go up on Mondays, and occasionally an extra episode on Wednesdays. If you don't enjoy our faces, though, you can go to any major podcast app for the audio-only version of Modern Toy Fair News, available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Cast, Spotify, and other podcast apps you know and love. So check that out, and we will see you next week. Same toy time, same Toy Fair channel. Thank you for watching.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. I love it.
Oh my god.